the other major elements, if you go maybe even slightly higher, is the need for some of the faculty to publish. And I follow some of the, overseas, without naming specific regions or countries, and I see some of the discussions. And the discussions that I see, stuff that we never talk about in the US, and I don't even understand it all. Some of it was mentioned, who's the publisher, and is it Q1 or Q3? I don't even know what a Q1 or Q3. When I publish, I go to the best journals in my area. They're known, the name of the journal is known, and I publish there, I submit my papers there. But I want to raise this even higher level. That demand that comes from the faculty to publish in these open access journals that can give you something really quick comes from even a more from a setting that they're all essentially in. And that setting doesn't promote 100% concentration on research like we have, for example, in the US or in other countries. Most of the faculties in the area that I know work as consultant. They barely go to the university. The graduate students teach their classes, and because their pay at the university is very low. So if you take a slightly higher level, these peer-to-peer journals exist because of higher policies and pay rates from the governments to faculty and pushing the faculty to focus on consulting and other things, ended up creating this. So a policy change, and I'm not saying I have the solution, but I'm saying a policy change needs to go even beyond the graduate student requirements for publishing to, what are the government increase the pay rate and make faculty focus on research and push that as part of the progression in research. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I have a comment and then a fairly specific question. So in my comment, I just want to say +1 to Anina, who just left the room, on the need to absolutely diversify the way we evaluate researcher contribution to the research ecosystem. We all know this. We at Nature have been writing about this actually for decades, that we have to diversify because, of course, the output of a researcher is so much more than the papers that they produce. And I think we'll be talking about it in the second section again. And my specific question actually is to the panel, but also to everyone in the room. ChatGPT was mentioned a couple of times, and often it's mentioned in a very positive light, and we're here talking about open science. Now, ChatGPT was created by an organization, a company called OpenAI, which is everything but open. It's a completely black box. How do we feel about applying this kind of tool and this kind of technology? Now, of course, that is not to say that we cannot have truly open AI tools, but at the moment we're talking about ChatGPT. How do you feel about applying that tool in the context of open science? Thank you.
Answer your question. I have my own assessment. So ChatGPT is based on the data which is already in the internet domain, and on that it is having a kind of data set, and it is populating based on our own information. This is consolidating its database further. I have my concern that, for example, maybe down the line, 5 years, 10 years, what if the ChatGPT becomes the subscription-based or the chargeable? Right now they are evolving, that's why it is free. So I think we need to be careful about these tools, especially when it is having a kind of monopoly of a particular company, that we should not be too much of dependent on them for the future. But yeah, when I come to your question about the use of this, as of now it seems all fine because you have the all accessibility of the information what you're looking for. But it also gives you another challenge, how to control the plagiarism based on the ChatGPT information. So again, it's an open question. I don't have any answer for that how to address the plagiarism issue from these tools.
Have A comment regarding the research assessment practices. There are already initiatives for this, and GYA is highly engaged in one of them. So we have actually representation in the Coalition for Advancing Research Assessment, and with the Scientific Excellence Working Group, we have been working with this. And the coalition now has over 500 members right now, mostly in Europe, but some members from Latin America and Africa already. And if you want to learn more about it, and it's open for all universities or research-associated organizations that are not for profit to join, you can come to the Scientific Excellence talk on Friday and learn more about it. I'll be speaking about it. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think we need to close the session. I'm sorry, it's going to go into the next one. Maybe we can thank our panel now. And we'll have our next panel in 5 minutes. Yeah, so thank you once again.
Yeah, and yeah, please approach us with more questions along the way. We will be around.